Hey guys, this is the final project for social informatics, and the title of my project is Technology Problems and Student Achievement Gaps, a validation and extension of the technology maintenance construct. By me, I am Michael Koblenz. So, first, we're going to talk a little bit about the product that I'm proposing and that I have been proposing since the design proposal was due. So basically, my product seeks to change the way IT responds on the front line. It's a universal help desk tool that cuts staff by 25%. A certain layout will be used for all websites simultaneously. There's a very minimal learning curve. Customers will receive near instantaneous help from our employees. And basically, it's an overall revamp in the way the help desk tool is used and is aimed at college students, but also can be used for anyone else who wants to use it. So, my questions while doing research were, how do institutions satisfy their help desk needs? And what are the effects of outsourcing information technology support for students in college settings? I'm going to use the second question for the rest of this presentation and kind of relate back to it because the study overall had a better idea and relationship to the second question. So the purpose and hypothesis of the study. The purpose was to acknowledge and understand the relationship between factors such as income and race on the digital world and how these factors create digital inequality. U.S. college students are used in the study because they have a high rate of technological connection, which basically means that they have a high level of ownership of most technology products compared to the older generation. It's hypothesized that students will be negatively affected by the inability to maintain proper access to tech because of factors such as parental income and tuition help. It points out the ways in which the rich get richer through the use of technology, such as being able to receive better jobs and grades because of superior resources being accessed. And it relates back to the study because college students are still underconnected, which contributes to the overall rising wealth gap and the inequalities of low income students. The study was conducted by basically recruiting information technology students and sociology students over 3 consecutive trimesters. 748 students in total were picked out, and the curators of the study documented race, sex, ethnic identity, and grade level as variables, and then measured socioeconomic status through 2 variables: parent education and tuition assistance from the student's parent. They determined who owned which piece of technology, i.e. smartphones, flip phones, tablets, and laptops, and they also assessed schoolwork and grades of participants based on income. Focus groups, like individual people basically, were asked how their socioeconomic status affected their experience with technology access on their respective campus. The major findings of the study were that nearly every student owned a laptop or a smartphone. 1/3 of students owned a flip phone. 40% or less had access to tablets, printers, and desktop computers. 60% of students that had laptops and smartphones had them purchased by someone else, presumably a parent or an older figure. Most had ownership of these devices, however, some struggled to maintain access. and students with higher socioeconomic status and background were less likely to have technology maintenance issues. So this is a part where I talk a little bit about how my IT project relates to the study that we've already touched on in great detail. So basically, it is harder and more stressful for students with low income and socioeconomic status to deal with their technology related problems. Real quick, socioeconomic status basically just means parental income and assistance. That's basically all that means. So, now that we briefly touched on that, our IT help desk solution will not only assist students in having broad access to commonly asked questions, but will also be entirely free to use, as whoever wants this service, it pays for it like on the website and has no additional cost to the customer or the consumer of said website. And basically, it seeks to limit variability in student discrepancies based on uncontrollable factors such as race, sex, ethnicity, and income. The reliability of the study was pretty high, provided a very in-depth and detailed explanation of how it was conducted. Equations were even used to prove the findings of the study. Findings are discussed with specific examples being mentioned. More than 60 sources cited in the bibliography, all cited correctly with APA format, and the author biographies are included and show good credibility. So overall, there's no reason not to believe the findings of the study. It seems like a very well put together study overall. And that's pretty much it for my project, guys. So I truly appreciate you guys tuning in today, and stay safe out there.